caffeine buzzing in my veins. Lines of code are flickering, I'm losing track of my brain. Forgot a semicolon, now the program goes insane. But I'm loaded on adrenaline, so bring on all the pain. Hey, hey, I'm gonna rewrite this all night. Shout at the errors till they're running in fright. On with energy drinks, I'll dance with delight. Cold lines break, but I'm feeling so alive. Reboot after reboot, yeah, it's wearing me down. But I crank the volume higher, let the pop punk sound drown all the warnings and the debug logs that swirl around. I'm on the edge of mania, but I'm not backing out. Reboot after reboot, yeah, it's wearing me down. But I crank the volume higher, let the pop punk sound drown all the warnings and the debug logs that swirl around. I'm on the edge of mania, but I'm not backing out. Hey, hey, I'm gonna rewrite this all night. Shout at the errors till they're running in fright. Armed with energy drinks, I'll dance with delight. Cold lines break, but I'm feeling so alive. I've touched 1,000 lines, I've hit 100 walls. Every crash just fuels the fight, I'll answer every call. No sleep in sight, I'm living off neon cans. When the code compiles, I'll feel like Superman. Hey, hey, I'm gonna rewrite this all night. Shout at the errors till they're running in fright. On with energy drinks, I'll dance with the light. Cold lines break, but I'm feeling so alive. I'm spinning around in my makeshift chair, laughing at the ghosts of the bugs that were there. Now that it's fixed, I'm free of despair. Gonna celebrate like I just don't care. Hey, I'm gonna rewrite this all night. Shout at the errors till they're running in fright. On with energy drinks, I'll dance with the light. Cold lines break, but I'm feeling so alive. We're popping every can, we're dancing on our feet. Late night code fixes never tasted this sweet.
Hello.
Late night lights in Arcadia's glow, developing dreams in a digital show. Fun times rolling with every click. Viewers laughing, it's a magic trick. Game worlds built from code to life. Joystick heroes avoiding strife. Comments flying faster than light. Arcadia's buzz feels just right. Follows and subs coming in hot. Streaming this world, yeah, it means a lot. Laughs and cheers fill up.
Right. So we're gonna keep going here with this logic. What I would like to do
Keyboard tapping, rhythm and sync. Digital potions, what will you drink? Viewers follow on this wild ride. In Arcadia, nowhere to hide. Islands formed pixel by pixel.
just trying to think what things I need to add
Official streams alive like a beating
to keep the
ignites, that's just the start. Late night
general logic of the game clean
game of life in actions bold. Codes and commands, it's our dance. In Arcadia, we take a stance.
without affecting too much of what other people could build on top of here.
Fierce lights in the night, in the sky. To the Gearsmith's buzz, lights in the skies.
think one of the things I'm gonna do I'm gonna change some of this logic to be event driven to get rid of some of the spaghetti. That should also allow me to do a little more stuff without creating more spaghetti. Currently, what all does this do? Makes the ball disappear. I have this event trigger this instead. I have this event trigger this.
Diaries, forging our own way, rewinding lines and errors, we'll fix them all someday. And in each silly prank, there's a spark that keeps us
strong. And then the last thing this is doing is triggering this guy to reset the level. So we can do that. Get rid of all of the spaghetti there. But what I can also do, what is this doing? It's moving it and making it visible. What I think I want to do is just call the reset event. Here. Hey Fades, what's going on? So then the reset event can trigger this process. Reset event can also, I guess I don't need it to do that. I'll just put that there like so. Which means my input here can just trigger the reset event as well. And then before we do anything else, what is this? What are these here for? We're gonna delete them. They're not connected to anything. They're not doing anything. Let's just make sure that it's still working.
Down the lies, rising from the ashes, reaching for the skies. Break these walls of insecurity, embracing who we are, setting ourselves free. I don't belong here, echoing screams, turning to cries of mine. I don't belong here, breaking through the darkness into light. I don't belong here, feel the power, let it rise. I don't belong here. Victory over internal cries. I face the shadows, now I see the dawn. Imposters fade away, my true self is strong. From the first line of code to the
Not quite. I still haven't been able to get past this spot, but I saw that it was possible. I actually think I did one of the first times I played it, but I haven't gotten past it since. But that's fine. Everything seems to be working well. What I would like to do now
we've crossed, but the journey's just begun. There's no line we've lost. New
is
calling dreams that never fade. With every dawn arriving, new foundations laid.
I want to add gates. I think I only need the one gate, to be honest. Off here to activate this. It'll be open by default. But then I need the reset event to open the gate and the death event to close the gate. The close gate also needs to, or the death event also needs to stop any movement that's currently happening. Let's switch the position of these just so it makes a little more sense. Line up this gate here for organization. These guys over like so. And then tuck that guy right in there like that. Let's see if we can squeeze this in here. So and hopefully I'm going to see the same thing here. Okay, so these guys aren't on grid point. Let's fix that. So that should get that guy to tuck up right in there. These guys here, we'll do this at 75. This one at 25. Should line those guys up.
The journey never ends. Endless dreams await.
Let's bring this over here.
Late nights in the office, shadows on my mind. Lines of code like burdens, expectations intertwined.
Let's grab these guys.
Judgment every
We're gonna have to do the same thing over here.
balancing the chaos, striving for my best.
Pressure mounting, higher deadlines closing in. Silent battles raging, where do I begin? Facing all the doubts, fighting through the strain. Holding on to composure, masking all the pain.
We stand strong in the storm, never losing sight. Through the shadows and the chaos, we
Alright, this goes through the gate. Let's
through the pressure, breaking
just not do that.
team relies on me. Every move a
This
step.
activates that. All of this gets snugged up against the wall there. A trench. And if this works the way I expect it to, then during that transition of when the ball's resetting, you shouldn't be able to move the platforms. So I can still move it. So it's slightly problematic with the ball maintaining some momentum there. I think that's okay for now.
Breaking through the limits, tearing down
You had to clean the kitty litter, but you're allergic to the kitty litter. Doesn't sound like a very good thing.
every shadow rise above the night.
United in our struggle, shining through the fight.
We stand strong in the storm, never losing sight. Through the shadows and the chaos.
Oh wait, that's exactly what this thing's doing, isn't it? Going pretty good. Lost my mouse cursor. I can get it back if I open something else, but as soon as that goes away, it's gone. That's what I want it to do. When two players are in and you're having a war. So I can I can't even. Let's do that. We'll just hit play. That should give me my cursor back, I hope.
Jokes are flying left and right, chats fueling every line. We stumble on a glitch, but laugh instead of whine. The music pulses louder with
Okay, let's hope that gives me my cursor back.
weaving heartfelt hooks into this pop punk treat. Hearts race faster than the broadband can take. Lights flash across the webcam, we're ready to break through every crash, every
I don't
side by side.
I know I'm just breaking everything. What's going on? Is it possible to allow a player to enter a volume? Yes. Yes, but not right now. But that is something that we're gonna add today.
On the rise in this stream of neon dreams. We'll shout it till we thrive. With every new connection, we are live. We're wrapped in laughter, electric momentum, hype trains rolling, no chance to slow them. The chat's on fire, the cameras glare. We're living in the moment without a care. Hey! Another follow spark. We are live.
Let's go with a lower value for that. I guess what I'm hoping for is that it doesn't gain as much momentum.
Shout it till we thrive. With every new connection, we are live. We are live, we are live. Neon hearts beating through the night. Yeah, we are live.
I'm still not 100% sure where that second resets comes from.
The morning light floods my screen, the chat starting to roll. I'm sipping soda,
If players could be instanced
goofy banter in the feed.
while playing at the same time,
As soon as I hit go live, the hype is set to explode. Hey! Confetti's raining down with every brand new song. The chat is wild and rowdy, and I'm soaking up the love.
so you could.
Punk joy, keep
What do you mean by instanced? I guess. Would you want players to have their own copy of the game, or so
sound alerts.
you would have to probably do that in your own arc just by putting multiple versions of these and controlling which one they spawn into. Because you can't spawn a stamp with logic, otherwise you could just, when they enter the volume, spawn the stamp and attach them to that stamp. But since we can't spawn stamps with logic, that part would have to be managed individually. What we can do
Every brand new song.
is we're going to not have this affect all players. And we're also not going to have it activate on start. That was kind of a hackish thing for us for now.
Every sub feels like a fireworks show.
We're going to
Bam, face cam glow. We're all together, we're never alone. This channel's become.
we're going to
Hey! Confetti's raining down with every brand new song. The chat is wild and rowdy, and I'm soaking up the love.
add an actor here.
Keeps the vibe so bright. Streaming in the sunshine, living that Twitch life. We raise our hands high.
And an actor list.
Sun soaked and glowing, we're chilling with our friends.
This actor list will be the actor list for this camera. Add list element.
Posters on the basement walls, cords tangled on the floor.
And do like this.
Behind a creaky door, we're skipping rules and deadlines.
Then what I also need to do
Every glitch feels like a triumph.
is
Hey, we're building worlds in this messy hideaway. Strumming power chords till the chaos lights
get player ID.
test player madness proves we're chasing every dream. A basement revolution that defies all reason schemes. Like rumpers in the corner, neon cables crossing paths.
And then
Stacking lines of code, like some mania-inspired math. Rebellious hearts pounding loud.
add them as a listen target to all of these inputs.
Ignite the pop-punk spark we love.
Which I then need to take off auto listen to all players.
We're hacking in the basement, chasing every quake. Frantic test players losing it. That's the risk we'll take. Crank the volume up. Explode. This sweet rebellion leaves us nowhere else to go. Hey, we're building worlds in this messy hideaway. Strumming power chords till the chaos lights our way. Test player madness proves we're chasing every dream. A basement revolution that defies all reason schemes. Punk riffs echo through the
Yeah, I always find that way. I don't know, it just seems clunky to me.
hear a bug there, we don't even care. The spirit of rebellion's in the basement air. Hey, we're building worlds in this
So if we do that,
strumming power chords
we do a separate actor,
lights our way. Test player madness
a separate here.
every dream. A basement revolution that defies all reason schemes. Our messy place is charged with creativity and noise. Bright-eyed
You know, I probably should
girls and boys.
get used to it, because it would, you can do like that, then player ID like that, and not have to click so much, right? So I should probably get used to it.
Chasing every bug that haunts the code, living in between. Personal demons whisper, trying to pull me under. But I'm here, sleepless devotion, fighting through the thunder.
Lines of code like tangled thoughts, loops I can't escape. Every error message echoes the mistakes I make. But in the darkness, there's a spark that keeps me holding on. Through the
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely
forge into the
fewer mouse movements. I don't know, maybe I should start training myself to do things that way. And then if I take an input and do we can't do an input for escape, can we? None of these are escape. We'll just do X, I think. Oh, I don't even need that. Oh, I will need the actor here. I'm gonna have to do this the other way though. Ooh.
silence of the night, I hear my heart collide. With every line I debug, I find a piece
Get player actor. On event press, get player actor. On player actor, we're gonna come up here. I need a remove list.
Triumph in the coding, see the fire in my eyes.
This actor, come up here.
Embracing every moment, letting go of tears.
On get player activate. Then
Nights into our debugging
can
dreams.
actually get rid of that, get rid of that. Unpressed, remove listen target. Player ID. Ooh, I need to. No, let's not do that. Because let's get a player ID node in here. Because I'm gonna need to remove them from itself once they press it too. Which means this one needs to add them as a listen target. Like that. So what we should be able to do now is I think we're going to spawn down here. Let's like grab this over here. This guy. I'll clean this up and make that obvious how to connect that up. But hopefully what this does is currently my arrow keys don't move it. If I step on here, the camera's never being enabled. I think I just need to, whenever this is updated, turn the camera on. We'll see if that works. If I go here, it comes up here. I can move it. Press R, it resets as it's supposed to.
Damn, son.
Cinderella with that 30 months and a new name, because that's not what your name was last time. But thank you for that 30 months. So hopefully if I press X, it takes me back. It's no longer listening to my keys. I should have it reset when that happens too, which should be easy to do now that we have these events by just having it call the reset event when you leave. full beard looks nice. I wish it was a little thicker up here, but one day I'll grow up and have a real beard. Alright, so that works. It'll thicken up. I mean, I'm almost 40. I don't know how much more thickening up my hair is gonna do. So what I want to do here, let me go back into this real quick. That logic should allow you to trigger it from anything. You do a trigger volume, you could do an interact volume, whatever it is that you want to bring the player into here. If you wanted to do multiple instances for multiple players, I think you would just have to keep track of which one's in use. Like 8 of them on the map. Whichever one's assign the player to one that's not in use. Oh, there we go. Look at that. The explosion is because the key for the grenade is the same as the key to reset up there. So every time I hit reset, I'm throwing a grenade in here. That's just for the arc. It's unrelated to the Labyrinth game. So what I want to do now is I think this is pretty good. I want to shrink this up a little bit. I want to put a couple UI things up here when you're in it, for it to tell you like what keys do what. I actually have all of these on here. Let's go with, I don't know what color this is, but we're gonna go with that. There and there. Need the player ID. For all of these, which is going to be a little annoying.
I'm rising from these tangled threads, confronting all my fear. A flicker of that breakthrough.
Target all players, auto show on start needs to be toggled off. And then we're just gonna do bottom center for both of these. For now, we'll just do a padding on the bottom of like 150. Just want to see what that looks like right now. They take the borders off.
Once again, you think you've escaped, but just as the drama dies down, you try to leave, and once again,
Border thickness 0.
and it won't stop repeating.
It's not quite. How much wider do I need that to be? 50 more. It needs to be 150, not 100. Obviously. Only I could do math in my head. 150. I need it to be the width of 3 keys, not 2 keys. That's the wrong one. Swear I shrunk the other one. So we have that. Which one of these is text? Let's do like W A S E, and for now we are just going to put these auto start. I'll try to remember to uncheck those when we're done, just so I don't have to keep turning everything on. These extend modes need to be none. All of them can be bottom center. We're going to put all of them at 150 from the bottom. Thinking of making a huge wrecking ball that smashes into a building, it zooms into the ball, and you get to roll it around the level of the building and smash it out the other side. So, Luigi actually messaged me the other day about making a similar kind of thing. You can do it. However, we can't move custom cameras yet. So you can't like attach the camera to the ball and have it follow the ball around. At least I don't think so. I haven't been able to get cameras to move. So that's like the one constraint to doing something like that, is you can't get the camera to follow the ball's movement. Can your character model choose to wear a bikini while you poorly swing a wrecking ball? I don't actually know if there is a bikini outfit. There might be. I'm not sure. Basically just don't wear clothing. These need to be a higher draw order. So I did the D the wrong way. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna, I think, shrink the font a little bit on all of those. We'll go down to like 22. And I just want to see if it looks better as black font or white font. Looks pretty good. I think I want to bring all of them up slightly. All of these, we'll do like 160. And this one will do 210. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, that moved it up too much. I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of feedback about moving cameras. It definitely doesn't hurt to add more. But we definitely want to be able to move cameras for lots of reasons.
Balancing the tasks, the lines of trust I build. Every decision weighs, every hope fulfills, seeing potential in their eyes, lifting up the dreams. But sometimes I wonder what it all really means.
Yeah. Yeah, because I tell you that intro for the Blackwood Swamp game, for the Spirits of Blackwood game, was like 130,000 PI. Just the intro cinematic.
Rising above the fears, tearing down the walls, embracing every challenge, answering the calls. We lead with courage, united.
Alright, so I think this is good.
Hand in hand, taking the lead, standing by your side.
let's do this. Adding left and 50. This will be 150 and 150. This is going to be X. This will be R. Let's see if that lines up. Yeah, but they only need to be 50 high, not 100 high.
I'm glaring at the screen again. Every line's a threat. Compile errors mock me. I haven't won them yet. My heart's pounding.
That was in high.
Frustration on repeat. I'd slam my keyboard through the floor if that would bring relief. Hey, hey, the stack traces glare at me in neon red.
Then we'll do something like
Plastic chords a riot in my head. I'm burning with teen angst till the fix is finally
wait.
done.
I just copied something.
When the coded last runs, I'm tangled in
We'll just undo everything to make sure I don't have something duplicated here. This will be 100. Rotate platform. Duplicate this one. Bring this down to a. No, this one we're going to do. That's it. This one we're gonna do
code springs to life.
the set. Let's see what that looks like.
I strum these sarcastic chords a riot in my head. I'm burning with teen angst till the fix is finally done. All the anger melts away when the code at last runs.
It's a little cramped,
Feel the tension fade. The
so we're gonna make this 200.
can't wait for that sweet defeat.
This we're gonna do 265. This one we're gonna do 200. This one we're also gonna do 265. I didn't move the squares. I gotta move the squares.
Compile errors fade like old regrets of yesterday. I might be moody, but I'll code my teen angst away.
200. 200. Alright, so when you're up in here, wouldn't it be easier to have a small UI display of what keys to function with?
Heartbeat syncing with the rhythm of the screen. Thoughts racing through the chaos of a digital dream. Can I navigate
Is it possible that it shows what key?
or drown in the uncertainty for
Do you mean is it possible to like highlight what key they're pressing on that UI?
hello world inside my head? I'm reaching out to you. With every line I write, I'm finding something true.
Yeah, I mean, that should be possible.
Nervous energy ignites
You said if you wanted to hide toggle that, you wouldn't be able to.
on this
So I'm gonna make sure all of this is only visible when you're in here.
In the silence of creation, doubts begin to fade. Embracing every moment, every choice I've made. From the first hello to the lines that intertwine. Building worlds within my mind, one step at a time. Hello world inside my head, I'm reaching out to you. With every line I write, I'm finding something true. Nervous energy ignites, but hope begins to rise. On this brand new journey, I'm ready to surprise.
Those ones are already hooked up.
Embracing every moment, letting courage flow. We smash these walls of fiction, our confidence ignites. Breaking free with all we have, this is our fight tonight. Hello world inside my head, I'm reaching out to you. With every line I write, I'm finding something true.
Yeah, let me get all this hooked up so it only shows when when you're playing. And then yeah, I'm pretty sure we can set this up to highlight the keys that you're pressing. I keep these a little spaced out for now. Okay, so that's all of this player ID. Which one of these? This one's the player ID for when they're leaving. So, player ID, hide. Hide.
Thinking every change, fearing what's to come. Hope and fear collide, racing like a drum. Can we push it through, or will it all collapse? Holding breath, eyes wide, avoiding
Your internet's being weird today. What's going on with your internet? So if that worked, oh, I need to uncheck the keeps freezing the stream and your music will pause a bit. That's no good. You just need to not have these checked anymore. Alright. No UI. I'm missing a box. Missing a couple things on there. When I leave, they go away. So something's not connected for a couple of those, but we can fix that. Yeah, the box left the building. So that's going to be this guy.
Push through the limits, break down every wall, rise up
And probably
victory call. hold us back. Triumph in the darkness, keeping us on track. We're
That guy.
against time. Midnight merge tonight. Every line must align. Keep the vision inside.
There we go. So now it's there. And then when I leave, it's gone.
Unified heart. Merge is complete. Dawn breaks the night. We conquered the tension. Stepped into the light.
So now you said, is it possible to highlight when the keys that's being pressed? And the answer to that is yes. So we're going to do something like
Haunted by mistakes. Prototype after prototype, each one seems to break.
I don't know what color we want to use for this, but we'll do something like that. We're just going to do unpressed and unreleased. And that's going to be
It's a war inside of me, but somewhere in this wreckage, the dream still shines. I'll keep forging forward, I won't leave it behind. I'm rising from the broken blueprint, stepping through the pain. Each glitch that felt like failure now guides me to reclaim.
so. We're gonna have to break up these shapes to do this. So this is gonna go back to being 50, 50, 50, 50, and
Am I losing sight? Yet something in me won't surrender, though the code might fray.
we'll do
Fragments I can't turn away.
50 and 50.
Our broken prototypes can still birth something bright. A masterpiece lies hidden, stitched in lines you wrote. Don't let the dust drown out your love. It's time to stay afloat. I'm rising from the broken.
Get these hooked up here.
Each glitch that felt like failure now guides me to reclaim. In the fire of every meltdown, a spark refused to die. When the final piece snaps into
Just to make sure that works correctly. Now try doing it with an egg. Wait, what am I doing with an egg? Okay, so that still looks the same.
illusions of defeat, but hope is coded into every line. Our strength will not retreat. We'll push beyond the failures, beyond the severed ties,
And then this is D.
and watch the dawn arise.
So which one of these?
Rising from the broken blueprint, stepping through the pain. Each glitch that felt like failure now guides me to reclaim. In the fire of every meltdown, a spark refused to die.
I do that. I'm just gonna do it with the one for now, and if it works, I can carry it over to the other ones.
The cracks begin to heal.
So D.
These broken prototypes shaped a world I can finally feel.
So that worked exactly how we wanted. Let's grab these, bring them over to here. Unpressed, unreleased. These will go. This is gonna get really spaghetti.
Casting haunted light in code we groove, seeking bugs to fight. Eyes red raw, but the vision's tight. Coffee cups stacking high near
So that works for those two.
ideas weave through the mind like a pledge. Silent struggle cracking complex hedge. Perfection's law makes the brain wedge. Every line a step in
It is spaghetti, but I can actually.
where paths align. In the realm of ones and zeros we shine. Digital stone where we etch our sign.
Let me group these to UI. I can just put all this under here. Because it doesn't really matter where these nodes are. Just keep them under there. Let's grab these. Rotate them over here. Do the same thing here. This is S. I believe S is this one.
With grit and wisdom, so much we've braved. Every function saved, we feel more engraved.
And we'll bring these guys over here. These ones should be this guy over there. Wanted to make sure I'm going to the right one there.
My phone buzzes nonstop. I'm tethered to the stream. Real life slips in slow motion.
That's what you were. That's what you're asking about, right?
Wait with empty plates. I'm lost behind the glow. Trying to please an audience I barely even know.
Anxious heart dividing, torn between two calls. A click away from strangers, but my loved ones watch me fall. Echoes of real voices fade beneath the static hum. I'm balancing on wires, afraid of what I've become. I'm caught between two worlds, chasing digital applause. My life is fracturing, I'm reeling from the cause.
So there we go. We got the UI. I didn't do it for the X and the R. I can probably do it for the R. The X wouldn't matter because you'd never see it. As soon as you press X, it would disappear. Anyways, so not really a point to do it for the X, but I can do it for the R. Is this the R? Yeah. This would be this guy here. Accessibility, I believe, is the word you're looking for. Alright, so now what I would like to do is
I stare at the faces I love drifting in my blind spot.
can I
Don't let the frantic static claim all that you've got. My heart's in both realities.
I don't remember how to spell it now. I can't spell anymore. Labyrinth. Labyrinth. Game. Base. I don't think. Because I think this is just changing the stamp, right? Because it changed that one too. That's not what I want.
Present and be seen.
Let's keep that.
And I hope it's not too
If I ungroup and group to labyrinth game base, create stamp. Then what I want to do here
drink. Chasing bugs down the rabbit hole I sink. Console's my diary, it spills my secrets. JavaScript's my jam, no time for regrets.
is delete all of these walls.
Syntax sugar makes my heart race fast. Callbacks and promises, hours fly past. Debug the mess, hit refresh and pray. Live in the dream.
Get these floors back in here.
Control C, Control V, that's how we roll. Erase the madness like a rock and roll soul. If else if everywhere I see. In this digital world, I'm the coder of me. In the land of brackets and semicolons, variables and tokens. I'll refactor till my gears run wild, breaking down logic like a mischievous child.
I guess what I would need to do
API calls in the middle of the night. Git merge conflicts causing such a fright. But there's magic in the line so clean when I see the code running like a well. Control C, Control V, that's how we roll. Erase the madness like a rock and roll soul. If else if everywhere I see. In this digital world, I'm the coder.
let's probably put another box trigger volume in here. Let us put it over here in this corner for now. And I will grab this reset event. If anything enters this box, it resets. This is basically the finish box. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let whoever wants to create a level decide what happens when you finish it. So if I disconnect that, come up here, this guy, just to the base level.
Meetings running overtime, agendas going nowhere. Ideas Forces clash like titans, tension fills the air. Communication breaks down, misunderstandings grow. Every deadline's loom.
So you just get an empty
Pressure starts to show.
box that works. And I'm not really sure why that took so long to trigger. Oh, I actually know exactly why it took so long to trigger. That actually needs to be part of the play area group.
Stay united in the heat of the fight. I'm feeling the pressure, can't let you down. Holding on to
If it's not part of the play area group, it doesn't move. And the level moves.
Arguments in the hallway, voices raised in pain, blaming one another for the strain.
Sam, get over to that corner.
Fatigue in every glance.
This counts as a reset
We
for now.
have a chance.
People can build whatever kind of
Conflicts more than a fight.
logic they want for when the game ends.
Sleepless nights, finding strength in
They can build whatever kind of level that they want. If they want to throw walls, holes,
side by side.
platforms,
Can't let you down.
whatever they want.
Holding on to hope while we're breaking down. Wrestling with the tension, trying to survive. Don't wanna let our team's dreams dive.
I don't know if I want to prevent this.
One who falls apart. Let's fix the communication, heal the broken hearts. We can overcome the friction, find our way back home. Together we're unstoppable, we're never.
Because I could see somebody wanting to build a level where you have to go upside down.
I'm feeling the pressure, but we won't let it break.
So a second level would be neat.
For all our sake,
I could also see wanting to do like you roll up a wall like that. You got to do like a three-dimensional thing on the wall here to get around, or like you stick a platform up that they can get on and then get on like the back of it and do stuff on the back. I don't know.
my sink is overflowing. Got no time to scrub a dish. I'd rather slay a dragon made of coke
Yeah.
than grant one grown-up wish. Pizza crust is ancient, but I'm lost in epic quest. My choice
So for as far as like a base
hey, I'm chasing pixel glory.
framework for this marble game, I think this is it. It's got the UI, it works. I would really like to try to figure out this double reset issue.
Wasted days.
I don't know why it's doing that.
The dust on every
It's not doing it all the time.
questionable pride. I'd laugh it off and keep on typing. Got no shame to hide. My neighbors hear me shouting each time the code compiles. But I'd rather crash a program than fold clothes into a pile.
You think it's the angle.
Reality is knocking, it's pounding at my door. But I'll pretend I'm AFK, cause I've got lines of code galore. A fierce rebellion brewing in these glitchy frames. I'll stay here till morning, fueled by pixel flames. Hey, I'm chasing pixel
It was just stuck for a long time, resetting. It has to teleport back to its origin spot, so if it's angle, it could cause a reset. Guess I'm not. I don't understand it.
This self-deprecating madness keeps me feeling so alive. Hey, I'm chasing pixel glory. Forget that laundry pile. Time spent coding is never time defiled. So call me lazy, say I'm stuck in a fantasy phase. I'm building worlds with these lines. Never wasted days. Never wasted days. Never wasted days. Ignore the chores, press the keys, raise a rebel blaze.
It's the way teleportation works. I guess I'm not necessarily doing teleportation. I'm just setting the actor's location. So it shouldn't be moving from where it's at to here. It should just be an instant setting its location, I would think.
Can't escape the ticking clock. Sprites dancing across the monitor. We're on this final walk. Pixel dreams are shaping worlds inside
I guess let's see.
heads.
We should be able to prove this pretty quickly, right?
Living off ambition, hope, and dreads. We're punching chords and writing codes on borrowed time. We're building realms before the deadline starts to
Death logic.
restless minds race to create the perfect scene. This crunch time dream is all we need to feel alive and free. Caffeine fueled delirium ignites the keys we pound. Staring at those glowing squares, the nights are back.
Okay, I don't know if that was an accurate test because it was just flying into the exit again.
We'll finish this epic journey and we won't admit defeat. Lights
Let's see.
overhead and the code compiled.
The death logic
Halfway to greatness.
isn't logging twice when it resets.
Brilliance
So it's not
at warp speed.
triggering that volume again.
Before the storm, our hearts catch every beat. We're punching chords and writing codes on borrowed time. We're building realms before the deadline starts to climb. Our restless minds race to create the perfect scene.
Oh, so what's actually interesting
Dream is all we need
is
to feel alive.
I shouldn't be hitting the death logic, but I am right here. But why?
We're counting all the frames. We're tweaking every line. No turning back now.
The volume that triggers the death logic
The final push is pulsing through.
is underneath the platform.
We'll conquer
It's this volume under here
unstoppable tonight. We're
that does not
on borrowed time. We're building
it's,
before the deadline starts to climb.
this volume right here, which I have quite a ways underneath the platform.
Dream is everything. It's what we really need.
So the question is,
Pixel after pixel, we watch our vision take flight. We crash through every barrier, shining bright in the night.
how is that being triggered? It's underneath the platform. It's part of the platform group, so it should be moving with the platform. So
Damn, son.
Maya Bear with the 39 months. Thank you for that resub. I saw that you're gonna be playing some Lethal Company. So have some fun. Everyone else on the stream, you may hear some screaming in the background. Because if she's playing Lethal Company, she's probably gonna get the shit scared out of her. And her computer's like, I don't know, 10 feet that way. So if you hear some screaming, that's what it is. So yeah, that volume is part of the group here. Why is all of the nodes... Why are all of... Hold on. Play area. So as the platform tilts, the volume tilts with it. So even if, no matter what angle it's at, it shouldn't... The ball should never be in it unless it falls through the platform. So I'm very confused how that's getting triggered at all. And I feel like you have to be right, because that makes sense based on what we're seeing. I just don't see how it's clipping. This doesn't make sense. Because, like I said, it should be rotating with it. I don't know. Where's Lucas? Needs to fix it. So what I can do to fix this is we're gonna do this. We're gonna put a gate in here. Get rid of this log.
Endless lines of code, but something's always wrong. Missing brackets, stray semicolons all night long. Each error feels like a shadow.
We'll do a trigger node. This is just kind of going to be a hacky workaround that will hopefully eventually just get rid of if they fix that. Close that, and we'll do a delay. Of like 0.5. And then reopen it. What that should do is just not allow it to trigger back to back. I don't know if that was more than half a second or not in between it doing it. But hopefully doing something like this will prevent it from happening somewhat. It didn't seem to make a difference, to be honest. I can't have that delay be too long, or you could just... You know what I think it is? You see those particles going towards the endpoint. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna treat this as a death for right now. The reason we're gonna treat that as a death is because the death logic has a delay between still does it. The death logic has a delay. The ball shouldn't just disappear. I guess it doesn't. It's underneath the platform. I think that's part of the problem, is the ball's not moving instantly.
A new day's begun. Phone glows in the darkness. I'm haunted by the feed. Viewer counts define me. I chase that
The
rush I
death
need.
logic
Comments pop like fireworks, then vanish in a blink. Metrics grip my mind. Pull me
should make them invisible.
These numbers weigh a ton. Can't recall what's underneath. A mirror of statistics. When did I lose belief? Caught in digital illusions. Longing for a sign, but I'm buried under data. Ignoring my
I think we're just gonna have to live with it for now.
more than numbers flashing on our screens. Craving honesty where our hearts shine unseen. Are we lost in these graphs or can we rise above the scheme? Let's break the hungry algorithm. Reclaim our self-esteem.
I stare into a cracked reflection, pixels for my eyes. Each light feels like oxygen, feeding me these lies. I pace through the night with hopes flicker in my chest, but deeper truth
It's definitely somehow related
Not just clicks and follows. There's more behind the glass.
to the position of the ball.
Fleeting currency.
When the platform resets, the ball's still in that spot. So the platform resets, the ball triggers the volume again because the platform reset. So, but I think
I see the stress behind your eyes, the emptiness that grows, shadows of your worth hide in data's ebb and flow. Let your voice ring true, unchain yourself to
so we do the death, which resets the platform
breathe in your own light.
and makes the ball invisible, but doesn't move the ball. Right? So it makes the ball invisible, but doesn't move it. Resets the platform, which makes the ball fall into the volume that's underneath. If the ball was lower than what the platform resets to, which is why it only happens sometimes. And then because the reset logic is delayed, it's a second later, or whatever our delay was, I don't remember. Yeah, a second later, then the ball respawns
Hear your heartbeat,
and moves.
let it guide you back.
So what if on death, we also just move the ball?
Spent so many hours on these loops, I can't recall the sun. Days blur into late night coding, never sure if I've won. The guilt is
So then the ball is not under there anymore.
mine. I neglected life
I need to not do that, because if I make the ball aim at the end part, if I move the trigger volume down a bunch, I don't think there's any. I mean, that worked pretty good, I think. If I move the trigger volume down too much, there'd, one, be too much of an ability for you to miss it. Right? If you have enough momentum and you go through the hole, the ball will fly out past it and you just miss it.
It sets me free.
I run in circles, trapped by code that's twisting up my soul. Spending my
This part I don't understand at all,
head of reaching.
because it already reset, so I don't understand how it's hitting the volume again.
But now I'm stepping forward, done repeating what I've said. Guilt can be a burden, yet it's also a sign. It's calling you to wake up, to redraw the line. Let the tears lead to healing, let your heart realign. There's still a chance to mend the days you left behind.
I'm crying out through all this pain, searching for a light, hoping to rewrite the past to make these wrongs feel right. From endless loops of sorrow, I'm yearning to break free. A newfound resolve inside me, praying it sets me free. I'm stepping off this hamster wheel, reclaiming every breath.
It also seems to be related to the ball moving that direction, which is a little confusing, because if the ball's moving this direction, when it respawns, it doesn't seem to matter.
I'm crying out through
Right.
all this pain, searching for a
It doesn't do that.
hoping to rewrite the past to make these wrongs feel right. From
Okay, so that time it did.
I'm finally breaking free.
But if it's moving this direction, it seems to be doing it
Inside me, this time I choose me.
almost every time. How did I make it lose its momentum there?
I've laid my guilt to rest, to start again at dawn. No more loops to bury me. I'm ready to move on.
Every line I write feels like a gamble I can't afford. Echoes in my mind insist I'm faking every chord. I see the others shining, feel I'm stuck.
I don't know.
My confidence is fragile.
Not really sure what else we can do about that.
I question every move. It's a knot beneath my skin. Imposter words constrict me. Oh, where do I begin? But something stirs inside me. A spark that won't be quelled. I'm on the edge.
I think we're just gonna have to live with that bug for right now. The hopefully nice thing will be, if I can find a solution for it and fix it, everyone that builds something on top of it just has to update the version of the base stamp and it should be fixed. So I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal.
I gave my fears a platform. Let them
Other than that one issue, I think we're good. I think we got the base idea. We have a start point, we have an end point.
My quiet soul roars louder when I know what's at stake.
Your hidden strength is waiting where you thought that you were weak. Trust in your
Yeah, I thought about making the holes.
the words you speak.
Well, so I thought about making the holes in the version that I made with like invisible walls underneath it, so you couldn't fly out.
Your dignity.
But I think that's asking a lot of everyone else that's going to build a level on top of this to have to build, because they're not going to put all the holes in the same place, right? So they're going to make their own holes however they decide they want to make them. But at the same time, if they start building up to where you can get outside of the walls, I mean, like, I can dump the ball out and it doesn't hit the thing either. That's the whole reason I added the reset button. So if that does happen, you can manually reset it. But I think I'm going to leave some of that up to whoever wants to participate here and build a level on it. If you want to add more volumes to the death, you can't like fall off the sides, or if you want to make the one down there wider so it captures more, that'll be up to you.
The monitor's flashing red, my heart's on overload. Every crash feels like heartbreak, but I can't let go. Reaching for a quick fix.
So as far as the contest goes, I was gonna kick it off this weekend and give me some time to put all the details together for what the rules are, how to submit things, whatever. But Chameleon mentioned in the Discord today that he could ask about getting some like in-game rewards from Barb. And he's not at work this week. He's actually on vacation. So I am going to probably wait a week so I can talk to Chameleon next week and see if we can work out some, you know, in-game items for some rewards for winners of the contest. So I'll have to put together like judging criteria and all that stuff. Try to find a couple judges that could give unbiased feedback. So definitely have to get judges that are going to be people that aren't going to participate in the contest because they would just vote for themselves. That's the best one, and that'd be a little silly. But I'll have to figure that out. Figure out the rewards. Said would it be the top 3 players? I think what I would do is it would depend on how many people entered the contest, right? If only 3 people entered, I can't do the top 3 players or winners because then there's no point of the contest, right? Just 3 people entered, 3 people win. But I could just kind of do it on like if less than 3. If 3 or fewer people enter, then only one person wins. If like 3 to 5 people or 4 or 5 people enter, we could do a first and a second place, and more than 5 people, we could do a first, second, and third place, something like that. I guess I have to wait to hear back from Chameleon to see what Barb has in mind, if anything, that they would put towards this. And kind of base it off that. If they're only gonna, if they don't want to give away 3 items or something for whatever reason, I'm gonna be kind of stuck with what they have or what they're gonna offer. But we'll see. So I will probably, I'm not gonna publish this as a stamp because I don't want people to get a head start, even though people could take the other one that is already published as a stamp and like modify it and start building on it. One of the rules is going to be it has to be built off the base stamp model, so they'd have to, at the very least, disconnect it and move it over to this one once it's published. So I'll publish this stamp on whatever day that the contest is going to start. And then we'll put a deadline for when submissions have to be in by, and probably talk to Nestor of if we can get a channel or something set up in Discord for people to enter their submissions, or just create a forum, something like how people can already post their arcs. Maybe we just use that and you add a tag to it or something for the contest, something to allow people to submit their entries and figure out who the judges are going to be. So that's going to be what I would work on over the next few days, is to try to get all that organized. And then sometime next week, we'll probably kick off the contest. I don't know if we're going to do it in the middle of the week. We might just start on the weekend and give everyone a week or 2 weeks to build. And yeah, it'll be fun.
Passing the torch, watching you ignite. From the shadows to the brilliance of the light. Every lesson shared, every tear we shed. You're growing stronger, forging paths ahead.
Keep the fire burning bright.
Shine your light.
Always up for a challenge. That's what I like to hear. I think it'll be fun. I'm very interested to see what the community comes up with. See how creative everyone can get with, you know, such a simple idea for the mini game. But I'm sure people can take it to so many different ways that I wouldn't even be able to think of right now.
Creative hearts all around. In their art I feel unbound. Together we make this.
So I guess before we wrap up, it is almost the time, the end of my stream time. Is there anything else anyone here can think of? The judges can also not know whose build they are playing, which can be helpful. That's true. I don't quite know how I can enforce that, because if the submissions are public in Discord, they could just go look at the submissions themselves. But yeah, I could put together a level that just has all the submissions in it, and the judges will just go one by one and play it, and I'll put together like some kind of grading rubric for it, so they could have certain check marks or whatever that they could score off of it, and for each one, and then just when they get to the end, I would just total up the scores for each one and see and go off that. But I guess first off, I gotta figure out who the judges are going to be. So that might be part of the conversation I have with Chameleon when he comes back as well. Is if we could bug some of the devs at Bard to be judges. So that way I don't have to worry about anyone in the community that would want to participate but can't because they are being a judge. Or maybe Chameleon himself will be a judge. I don't know. But I'll figure all that out. But is there anything else you think we should add to just the core setup here before we kind of finalize the stamp here? That's how our photo contest was rated. The photo contest, yeah, I mean, the game jam I remember was voted on by the devs. I actually didn't participate in the photo contest, so I don't recall how they rated that one. But that might have been the devs too. So we'll see. I don't think it would take them all that long. But I guess it depends on how many submissions we get. If for whatever reason 100 people come out and submit things, that might be a bit time consuming to judge them all. But yeah, I think so. I was thinking about it today, and I do think I have a nice rubric like at least a base set of a rubric of a few different categories of rating them on like creativity and originality and is it possible to complete it? I don't want someone to come in here and just make like a completely impossible to complete level. Clarity of the level, like is it easy for the user to figure out how to navigate it? Or is there just so much stuff everywhere you have no idea where to go? So a handful of things, but I'll keep refining that, and we'll probably put together like, when I put together the rules, I'll put together at least a summary of what the judging criteria will be as well. I might not show all the individual points that I would give to the judges, but enough so everyone's aware of what they're going to be judged on. Alright, well I think we're probably going to just end the stream here. I'll be back Saturday morning. Not sure what we're going to work on. I know Trench once asked about a card system for access to like different colored cards can open different doors. So I might look into building a stamp for Trench to do something like that. Or we'll just work on some more game mechanics. Work on Aether Ridge some. We'll figure something out for Saturday morning. I think there's a lot of stuff to do, so can't wait around for gameplay items forever. Yeah. So yep, we're gonna wrap things up. We'll be back Saturday, and then I'll put out some more details about that contest next week sometime once I can speak with Chameleon more about it. So yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for the subscriptions I got today. Yeah, hope to see you all Saturday morning. Have a good rest of your night. See you all later. Bye.